When around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. Yeah, can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start but can't complete. Listen to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside and turned into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. Listen, I am alone at a crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home, and I tried and tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known, oh, now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling, I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you gave to me, but now I've got to find my own. You should have listened. There was someone here inside, someone I thought had died so long ago. Oh, I'm screaming out, and my dreams will be heard. They will not be pushed aside or worse into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. Crossroads, I'm not at home in my own home, and I tried and tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known, oh, now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling, I'm more than what you made of me.
are you telling me? I like it. That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me my new philosophy? Gave a D on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her my new philosophy. Miss B, I'm she. Look, see. A D? A D. Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy. Why are you telling me? My new philosophy. And like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving. When life's a dizzy maze on alternating days, I choose a different phrase, my new philosophy. Some philosophies are simple. Man cannot live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear. Leave your message at the sound of the tone. Some philosophies pick and choose, deciding what goes in it. Some take a lifetime, mine take a minute.
Schroeder says anything lasting takes much more than a minute. In fact, Beethoven took over 2 years to complete his brilliant Ninth Symphony.
I can't stand it! I can't stand it! I like it! It's like a guarantee, my new philosophy, and things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it! Now life is free and easy, much more philosophy with my brand new. You know, someone once said that we should live each day as if it were the last days of our lives. Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. And that's my new philosophy.
Diversity is yet another of mankind's
similarities.
That people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and they help us in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through a wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It will maybe that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
Because I knew you,
I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
but then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit
From
as
its
it passes
mooring
a
by a
sun,
wind off the sea,
like a stream that meets
like
a
a
boulder
seed dropped by a bird in the
distant
wood.
wood.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better.
And because I knew you,
Because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Once in every show, there comes a song like this. It starts out soft and low and ends up with a kiss. Oh, where is the song that goes like this? Where is it, where?
A sentimental song that casts a magic spell. They all will hum along, will overact like hell. Oh, this is the song that goes like this.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Now we can go straight into the middle eight. A bridge that is too far for me.
I'll sing it in your face while we both embrace,
And then we'll change the key. Now we're into E. Oh gosh, that's awfully high for me.
but everyone can see we should have stayed in D. For this is our song that goes like this.
I'm feeling very proud.
You're singing far too loud.
That's the way that this song goes.
You're standing on my toes. Singing a song that goes like this. I can't believe there's more.
It's far too long, I'm sure.
That's the trouble with this song. It goes on and on and on. Singing a song that is too long. We'll be singing this till dawn.
You'll wish that you weren't born.
Let's forget this darn refrain before we go insane. The song always ends like this.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Roane State Community College as we celebrate the class of 2013. I would ask you to remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. We're going to have the posting of the colors and then the national anthem. Color guard, post the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We're very grateful and thankful to the Bowers Elementary School Color Guard in Harriman for posting our national and state colors. Thank you for a job well done. Would you join me in thanking them? I would also like to thank the Roane State Concert Choir as well as the celebration singers under the direction of Professor Brenda Luigi, accompanied by Dr. Joel Greenlee for their musical performances. Would you join me in thanking them for the wonderful music prior to the commencement ceremony? At this time, Dr. Larry Bolden will deliver our invocation.
Would you bow, please? Our almighty and merciful God, in whom we live and move and have our very being, we come to you with praise and thanksgiving for the blessings of this day and of this occasion. We rejoice with these graduates and their families and pray your continued blessings upon them as they commence a new chapter in their lives. We pray that the knowledge they have gained will replace fear and mistrust, give them confidence and competence in their chosen fields, and that a broader perspective of tolerance and understanding will result from their time spent here. As they take up new challenges, we pray that they will make us proud as they enjoy good and productive lives. Bless this school, its faculty and staff and leadership. that we all may continue to work together to deliver an education of quality and good reputation, and may the desire to continue to learn and serve characterize all who partake of the Roane State experience. Grant us grace and forgiveness, temperance and compassion, patience and kindness, goodness and courage of conviction. Direct us in all our ways and keep us safe and secure in the knowledge of your everlasting love. We humbly pray, and amen.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bolden. You may be seated. Just as a point of personal privilege, and I'll exercise a couple of these as we go along, we'll be introducing some special faculty members to you in just a few moments, but I have shared the stage now with Dr. Bolden for a little over a decade during commencement ceremonies, and this will be his last ceremony in his role as dean, and I want to say, sir, that I have appreciated every moment of it. Thank you for your service to Roane State Community College. In 1971, this institution was created by the Tennessee legislature and was named after the second governor of the state of Tennessee, Mr. Archibald Roane. Prior to his election, Governor Roane made the Delaware River crossing with George Washington in 1776, and he was also present at the surrender of Cornwallis at Yorktown. Mr. Roane was a member of the Tennessee State Constitutional Convention in 1796, and he was elected as governor of Tennessee in 1801, serving in that capacity until 1803. During his term as governor, he also served as trustee of Tennessee's first three colleges: Blount College, which is now known as the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, Greenville College, and also Washington College. So it is very fitting that Roane State Community College is named after him. Again, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to Roane State Community College's commencement ceremony for 2013. It is our honor and privilege that you have joined us today, and once again, we welcome you. Professor John Rudolph was the mace bearer this morning and led the faculty into the hall with the college mace. Thank you, sir. As I mentioned previously, there are some names of faculty that we want to specifically make mention of this morning who will begin their post-retirement at the end of this semester. Dr. Larry Bolden, Dr. Tressa Murphy, and Professor Jennifer Tucker. Faculty ending their post-retirement or retiring from the college at the end of this semester include Dr. Pat Bailey, Dr. Pat Brown, Professor Bill Murray, Professor Sharon Cordell, and Professor Susan Seaton. In addition, Professor Becky Andrews ended her post-retirement at the end of the fall 2012 semester. Would all those names of the post-retirement and retiring faculty please stand right now? At this time, and with great sadness, I would like for us also to pause for a moment of silence to remember two of Roane State's beloved faculty members that we lost this year, Dr. John Thomas and Dr. Mike Curran. We extend our sincerest condolences to their family, friends, and peers. They will continue to be with us in the memories that we cherish. And would you join me in a moment of silence for them? Thank you. Again, we gather together to celebrate today and to pay tribute to over 1,000 graduates of Roane State Community College, some of which are sitting with us in this room. And we are so pleased and so proud of them, and I know that you echo those sentiments. I offer each one of you commendation and congratulations for achieving the degree or certificate that you have worked so hard to earn. We are pleased to honor you as our graduating class of 2013, and we welcome you into Roane State's alumni ranks. Now, while we consider each of you our special guests, there are certain individuals who have joined us this morning who are worthy of special recognition. I'm going to ask them to please stand while I introduce them. First of all, Regent Danny Varlin is a member of the Tennessee Board of Regents and she will be introduced more fully in a moment as she will be extending a special welcome on behalf of the Tennessee Board of Regents. Thank you so much for being here. Dr. Kyler Dunbar, please stand, sir. I will have much more to say in addition about Dr. Dunbar since he will be delivering the commencement address very shortly. Dr. Dunbar is joined by his wife Sandy, their daughter Kelly, son Kyle, his wife Meredith, grandchildren Kayla, and Jeffrey Smith. I don't know if Wayne made it. So Wayne, is Wayne here? Wayne, stand up. Join me in welcoming them, please. Also, Michelle Edwards is the recipient of the 2012-2013 President's Award. Michelle's parents, Michael and Linda, are here, as well as her sister Shelley, and somewhere in the audience also her grandparents, Ray and Carrie Smith. And we welcome them. Thank you for joining us today as well. Invoke another short privilege here to introduce to you some of my family members. This is not my first commencement, but this weekend is my first commencement ceremonies in this role. And joining me are my wife Cindy, my daughter Tori, my father Lowell, also my parents Sandy and Estelle Underwood. If they would all stand. It's my honor to have them here with me this morning. Also, every year at commencement, we recognize and celebrate the 30th reunion or 30th anniversary of a graduating class. And so we're up to 1983, and we may have many members of the class of 1983 with us. We know we have a couple with us, and we're going to recognize them now. Again, in our audience, Robin Darnell and her husband Joe are here. Please stand. It's a special day for them. Not only are they here to celebrate as Robin is a member of the class of 1983, but their son Wade is also a member of our graduating class. And so it's a double special morning for them. Also from the class of 1983, one of our faculty members and administrator, Dr. Myra Peavyhouse, who is the Dean of Humanities, a member of the class of 1983. Would you join me in welcoming them especially to our commencement ceremony? In addition, I need and want to introduce the platform guests to you at this time, and I'll ask them to please stand as I call their names. On your right is Mrs. Catherine Rhodes, the Interim Vice President for Student Learning at Roane State. And on the first row, beginning from your left, Ms. Melinda Hillman, who is the Vice President for Institutional Advancement and Community Relations. Professor Pat Worth, the Faculty Senate President. Dr. Mike Lehman, the Dean of Allied Health Sciences. Dr. Patricia Jenkins, our Dean of Nursing. And on the second row from your left, again, Dr. Myra Peavyhouse, Dean of Humanities. Dr. Larry Bolden, Dean of Mathematics and Sciences. And Dr. Diane Ward, the Dean of Social Science, Business, and Education. Regent Danny Varlin was appointed to the Tennessee Regents on September 29, 2010, representing the 2nd Congressional District. She lives in Knoxville, where she is the Major Gifts and Annual Giving Officer for East Tennessee Children's Hospital, and many of us in the room today know what a fantastic organization they are and the lives that they touch and change every single day. In addition to her professional position, Ms. Varlin serves as chairman of the board of Knoxville Habitat for Humanity. She is also a board member for the East Tennessee Economic Council in Oak Ridge and the Blount County Salvation Army Advisory Board. She is also a graduate of the 1998 class of Leadership Knoxville. Ms. Varlin holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from Georgia State University in Atlanta. She and her husband Tom have 4 children between the ages of 20 and 26. And I want to say on a personal note that it is such an honor to serve with her. As one of the members of the Board of Regents, she is one of my bosses, and it's a pleasure to work for her because I know that she has a passion for education. She has a passion for the students and for your success, and she advocates for that every single day. And so it's my honor to welcome to the podium Regent Danny Varlin.
Good morning, and it is a good morning, isn't it, graduates? President Whaley and Dr. Dunbar, it is so nice to have you with us today. Distinguished faculty, very, very excited graduates, and proud friends and family. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to join you today celebrating this joyful occasion and all of your accomplishments. I'm honored to participate as a representative of the Tennessee Board of Regents, of which I'm one of 18 members. Our membership is comprised of people across our state. For those of you that don't know us, the Tennessee Board of Regents is the governing board for the state's 6 regional universities, and that's everything except for the University of Tennessee system, all 13 community colleges, which includes Roane State, and the 27 colleges of applied technology. The Tennessee Board of Regents is among the largest higher education systems in the country. In fact, we're number 6. And together, our 46 institutions across the state are in almost every single county, and we include about 220,000 students each year. So you are part of a very large body of higher education, but Roane State is definitely the star in the community college system. I'm honored also to bring heartfelt congratulations from our chair, the Honorable Governor Bill Haslam. Like many of you, I was a non-traditional college student. I graduated from high school in 1973, but I didn't graduate from college until 1985. Circumstances forced me to work in part-time and full-time jobs while I paid for my college education. And back then, people really didn't ever borrow money for college. You just, if you could pay, you went. If you couldn't pay, you didn't. So it took a while. But August the 25th, 1985 remains one of the most important days of my life, which is the day I walked across the stage in Atlanta at Georgia State University with my bachelor's degree. And even as old as I was, I made every single person in my family drive to Atlanta to attend that event. Never in a million years would I have dreamed that I would have an opportunity to impact education on the state level and be standing here talking to you today. But it would not be possible if I had not made college my #1 priority in my life. So dream big. You never know what might be waiting for you. The time and effort you put into continuing your education is something that cannot be taken away from you. Its value is priceless in building self-esteem, confidence, and improving not only your work opportunities, but all areas of your life. For those of you who have struggled to get to this day, I commend you, and I understand how proud you must feel. My heart goes out to each and every one of you, and my personal congratulations. When you walk across the stage in a few minutes, you not only begin the first steps of your careers and your professional lives with a degree, you also join an elite group. By participating in this ceremony, you become one of only about 29% of adults in Tennessee with a college degree. Only 29%. You also become the future of this great state and of this great nation. With passage of the Complete College Act of Tennessee and now Governor Haslam's Drive to 55 initiative, the percentage of college graduates in Tennessee will hopefully reach 55%. Our governing officials have clearly defined the role public higher education should play in fulfilling both this state and country's need for a more educated citizenry and more highly skilled workforce. The Georgetown University Center on Education and the Workforce forecast that by 2018, the U.S. economy will create 46.8 million job openings, and some 63% of those will require workers with some college education. The economy of the future for our nation and for our state is a global one. It will require more highly trained and educated workers, so congratulations. You are helping meet those demands, and your success has a far-reaching impact that will benefit everyone in this room. So on behalf of the Board of Regents, please accept our warmest congratulations and our very best wishes that today is only the first step in achieving a lifetime of goals, hopes, and dreams. You have earned it, and we are very proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Regent Varlin. Today's commencement speaker is Dr. Kyler Dunbar. Dr. Dunbar served as Roane State's first president from 1970 to 1988. At the time of his appointment, he was Tennessee's youngest public college or university president. Dr. Dunbar was instrumental in developing one of the strongest academic honor scholarship programs in the state. And at the time he left, Roane State was the leading transfer institution to the University of Tennessee. Having been reared on a farm near Clarksville, Dr. Dunbar's roots are deeply tied to the land, education, and the political process. His mother was a teacher, and his father a farmer, a state senator, and state representative. Dr. Dunbar served in various roles during his 50-year career in education. He taught high school math and vocational agriculture and served as assistant principal at Clarksville High School. He later became Dean of Students at Tennessee's first community college, Columbia State. Following his tenure at Roane State Community College, he became president of Catawba Valley Community College in North Carolina, where he retired in 2006. There, Dr. Dunbar oversaw construction of a 5-story classroom library building that houses the largest simulated hospital east of the Mississippi. Active as a Rotarian with perfect attendance for over 42 years, Dr. Dunbar has also served on numerous boards and has been heavily involved in community activities. Impacting the lives of thousands of students has been one of the greatest career accomplishments. He is also honored to have received the University of Texas National Community College Leadership Award and also to have buildings both at Roane State and at Catawba Valley named for him. A 1957 magna cum laude graduate of the University of Tennessee, Dr. Dunbar earned a Master of Arts degree from Austin Peay State University, as well as a Doctorate of Education from Auburn University. He is married to Sandy, who is a speech pathologist, and they are the proud parents of a daughter, Kelly Dunbar Smith, and husband Wayne of Kingston, a son, Kyle Dunbar, and wife Meredith of Nashville. Their grandchildren are Kayla and Jeffrey Smith, also of Kingston. Kelly, Kayla, and Jeffrey are all Roane State graduates. And on a personal note, let me say that Dr. Dunbar was not only my president when I was a student here at Roane State, and have known him for many, many years. I can remember the days when the college first opened, and my father, Lowell, and he were some of the very first early employees here. But also as a student, one thing that has always captured the essence of Dr. Dunbar for me, and it may sound like a small thing, but it really wasn't. Back in the days when this was pretty much the only campus of Roane State, except for a few classes, it was really difficult during lunchtime to find a seat if you got late down to the cafeteria, if you wanted to eat down there. But I can remember on numerous occasions that we would see Dr. Dunbar with tray in hand, who would come down and sit and eat with the students and visit with us and ask how things were going. And he really wanted to know. And that just tells you just a little bit about his passion for student success. Students always came first with him, and it's an honor and a privilege for me to welcome back to the podium the first president of Roane State Community College, Dr. Kyler Dunbar.
President Whaley, platform guests, graduates and family, friends, it's a pleasure to be here. During my 40-plus year career in community college education, I have participated now in over 70 commencement exercises, awarding of the associate degrees and the certificates. Without fail, every speaker started talking about how pleased they are to be here and to share this with you. To me, it is distinctly a pleasure to be back to Roane State and back to what I would call home. As President Whaley said, for our family, this represents the full circle for us. 43 years ago, my wife Sandy and I drove down what was then a very narrow Patton Lane. In fact, if you met another car, you needed to move over. We literally walked across the cow pasture and came into this very area of this field. There were cows in there, and they were pretty active. We spent more time looking down than we did looking up. You're now sitting in that field. And the vision, hard work, and loyalty of hundreds of faculty and staff and community leaders who have worked together to bring this college about to the level that it is today is to be commended. It was you all who did this. We helped some. And thank you for this reality that we have today. We did not think at that time about thousands of you walking across this stage, entering career fields that have spanned our globe. Doctors, engineers, lawyers, teachers, research scientists, many different vocations have walked across this stage, and you are just about to do that also. Sandy and I are very pleased that our daughter and grandchildren, as Chris mentioned, are among the beneficiaries of an excellent education at this institution. We now have 3 generations of our family that are tied closely to Roane State. Some of you may be 2nd and 3rd generation students here, but some of you are the 1st generation students here, and we especially want to commend you for the efforts that you have undertaken. I doubt if your president could have envisioned a time that he walked across this stage, sang as a celebration singer, and he would one day be handing out probably 1,000 diplomas in the 2013 graduation ceremonies, or that his father would have the opportunity to see his son come full circle too to this institution. As I look back, and as Chris said, I don't know, just a farm boy from over in Middle Tennessee, and I thank you for all of the opportunity, the outstanding faculty and staff that we had, the outstanding students who have gone on to make this one of the premier community colleges in this state, no questions. Dr. Bolden, Bill Murray, and my Secretary Robin Darnell in his last years, thanks to all of you all for a wonderful job that you have done in getting us to this point. Over 40 years of leadership on the part of some of you all. For a few moments, though, I want you graduating to reflect back on the people who have sacrificed, the people who have worked overtime, the people who have gone the extra mile, the people who have provided child care, and all of those other things that filling in all those gaps for you to be here receiving your degrees and certificates. They enabled you. Remember, before this day is over, that you owe them a special vote of thanks for enabling you to be out here today. Let's think for a few moments about 3 important concepts. One of those is your vision. One is your integrity, and one is your legacy. As you sit here today, knowing that soon you will be receiving an associate degree, I must ask you, what is your vision for the future? Some of you are probably thinking, well, I'm just trying to celebrate this moment. And well, you should. But the ancient writer of Proverbs stated, without a vision, the people perish. There must be something of worth to serve as a motivator to take you from this place to even greater heights in the future. Having foresight, the ability to think ahead, the ability to envision possible future challenges will become a critical next step in your lives. Thankfully, there were those leaders in Roane County 45 years ago when they fought some tough battles in Nashville to get this college located here. As a result, some of the unsung heroes of this institution looked beyond their own personal needs and looked to the needs of future generations. These are things that you need to do also. Seeing and investing in something bigger than yourselves is important and adds a depth and breadth to life that does not happen if we only have tunnel vision. There are so many former graduates who sat in your seats years ago and are nationally recognized today. One of those is Dr. E. Scott Seals, former student body president, walked across this stage with a desire to impact the lives of others through medicine. That vision took him out these doors to Vanderbilt University, then to the UT College of Medicine, and then on to Cornell University. Today, Dr. Seals is recognized nationally as one of the reproductive specialists in this country. Time does not permit me to go with all of the other students that I know I've heard great examples of, but it does underscore the importance of vision as you celebrate a well-earned degree. Yet, you must press on to the future. One word of caution, however, being a visionary still will bring many challenges. Expect them. Some of you may be familiar with the book, Bend, Not Break, A Life in Two Worlds. The story of Ping Fu, once named Inc. magazine's Entrepreneur of the Year and former owner of GeoMagic, the developer of 3D software. In that book, Ping Fu tells of her challenging pathway to success in this country after enduring brutal hardships growing up in China during their Cultural Revolution. The book's title comes from advice given to her. Bamboo is flexible, bending with the wind, but never breaking, capable of adapting to many circumstances. It suggests resilience, the ability to bounce back from the most difficult times. She writes, your ability to thrive depends in the end on your attitude to your life and circumstances. Ping Fu, whose future seemed so limited at one point in her early life, was able to bend like bamboo. You might be interested to know that she sold her company for a cool $55 million a few years ago. Pretty good for a start. Be assured that it will take a lot of bending like bamboo in your lives. You must be resilient, and you develop your field of dreams, realizing that that is there. The second point is integrity. If I could stress only one primary value for you as graduates to live by, it would be integrity. Integrity remains after success comes and goes. Integrity means doing the right thing in all circumstances, whether or not someone is watching. And trust me, that takes courage. Building a reputation of integrity takes years, but it takes only one poor decision to destroy it. Guard your good name well. Amy Rees Anderson, founder and managing partner of Rees Capital and former CEO of MediConnect Global, has addressed this issue aptly in an article published in Forbes magazine. Mrs. Anderson also happened to lead a worldwide workforce of over 1,000 employees. In her article entitled, "Success Will Come and Go, but Integrity is Forever," she states, "We live in a world where integrity isn't talked about nearly enough, where the end justifies the means has become an acceptable school of thought in our country. Salespeople overpromise and underdeliver. Applicants exaggerate on their job applications. CEOs overstate their projected earnings. Employees call in sick when they're not sick. In each case, committing an act of dishonesty while attempting to justify their lack of integrity. Many can gain power quickly and easily if they're willing to cut corners and act without constraints of morality. Albert Einstein once said, "Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters." Profit in dollars or power is temporary, but profit in a network of people who trust you as a person is lasting. One of the great benefits of personal integrity is that you can respect yourself. Additionally, others who trust you will spread that word of trust. For employees, it means that a manager or a boss that is willing to trust you with more responsibility. For companies, it means customers coming back time and again. For you, it means having a network of people that are willing to go the extra mile to help you. Warren Buffett said it well. In looking for people to hire, look for three qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if they don't have the first one, the other two will kill you. A person's dishonesty will eventually catch up with him. It may not be today, it may not be for many years, but you can rest assured that at some point there will always be a reckoning. End quote. Remember, as you strive for a reputation of integrity, avoid those who are not trustworthy. The old adage, "You are known by the company you keep," certainly proves true. And if you want to build a reputation of integrity, surround yourself with people of integrity. The third concept is legacy. Your reputation is what you're known for. Your legacy is what you leave behind. Knowing who you want to be is really more important than what you want to do. While you have little control over the length of your life, you can do something about its width and its depth. In thinking ahead to the type of legacy that you want to leave, the great aviatrix Amelia Earhart's advice is worth heeding. She stated, "Some of us have great runways already built for us. If you have one, take off. But if you don't have one, realize it is your responsibility to grab a shovel, build one for yourself and for those who follow after you." It's that spirit of courage and determination that will help you pave the runway for others to follow. One of Tennessee's most admired individuals not only has left a nationally recognized legacy of greatness in her chosen profession, but continues to inspire us as she faces the biggest opponent in her life. A former Roane State graduation speaker herself, Pat Head Summit, the most successful women's coach in college basketball history, like many of us, had humble beginnings on a farm. Pat's farm was in the county where I grew up, and I was out there many times as VOAG teacher to see her brothers. I remember little Pat running around, too small to have the basketball hit the goal, but running around the farm and starting that career and that legacy. In her book, Sum It Up, Coach Summit says of her latest challenge, "As of this writing, I've always found my way back from the dark to the light. I don't feel helpless, and I don't feel hopeless." People's Magazine, March 13, reports that Pat reads the Bible daily, walks her beloved labs with a friend each morning, works out at home, and challenges herself mentally. In her inimitable way, she declared, "I won't let this stop me." She is living out her legacy of leadership both on and off the basketball court. As you receive your diploma shortly, I would encourage you to recall the sound advice of former U.S. President Woodrow Wilson. "You are not here merely to make a living. You are here to enable the world to live more amply, with greater vision, and with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. You are here to enrich the world. You impoverish yourselves if you forget this," end quote. Just be sure that your footprints on the sands of time point others in a commendable direction. You all have been given much. Now, much is required. Go out from here in the fine tradition of generations of Tennessee volunteers to make our state and nation a better place to live, work, and raise families. May God bless each of you, and may God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dunbar, for such an inspirational message. You have presented a challenge to the members of the class that I know will serve them for decades to come. On behalf of our Roane State student body, I would now ask one of our graduating students, Miss Michelle Edwards, to make a few remarks about the impact that Roane State has had on her in obtaining her academic goals. Michelle is a civil engineering major from Rockwood, and again, she is the daughter of Michael and Linda Edwards. She is a member of Phi Theta Kappa, the Honor Society, and serves as a mathematics tutor in the Roane County Campus Learning Center. In her free time, Michelle enjoys traveling, sports, and spending time with friends and family. Would you welcome Michelle Edwards?
Thank you. It is a great honor and privilege to be standing here before you today as the recipient of the 2012-2013 President's Award. I would like to thank the President's Committee for giving me the opportunity to speak before you today, as well as my professors, Dr. Larry Bolden, Jill Denton, Bill Murray, and John Rudolph, for continuing to inspire and give me the skills needed to continue pursuing my education in engineering. A special thanks to my parents, Mike and Linda, and my sister Shelley, for the continual support you have provided throughout my college career thus far. I appreciate everything you do to make sure I have success in my future. God has truly blessed me in my life, and I would not be the person I am today or standing here right now without Him. My journey here at Roane State has been an unforgettable experience that I would have never expected. I was the typical student entering college. I was not sure what career field I wanted to major in and had many decisions to make that would ultimately impact my future. As we have all discovered, the courses we have taken help determine our likes and dislikes and our strengths and weaknesses. I immediately obtained a passion for math and science and knew engineering was the path I wanted to take. I have taken a great leap of faith and stepped out of my comfort zone to enter such a highly male-dominated field, at times encountering criticism for being a female pursuing this type of degree. As time went on, I gained self-confidence and began tutoring in these courses. Working in the Learning Center is one of the best decisions that enhanced my experience here, because I have met many outstanding students and had the opportunity to work with the most unique and extraordinary group of individuals that have become very special to me. I am leaving Roane State with a lasting impression of unforgettable memories and lifelong connections with many people that I've encountered. Perhaps each of you have your own similar experience. We may come from different backgrounds and have our own personal stories of success, but there is one common goal that we all share, as we see the importance and personal benefits of a college education. Today, I would like to share some thoughts and words of encouragement with you. Take a moment to reflect on everything that you have achieved. Look back and appreciate just how far you have all come. This short amount of time may have been full of hard work and many hours of studying, but it has all paid off and led you to this moment that you have been waiting for. Remember the courage that it took to remove the obstacles that stood in your way, and let this be the driving force to allow yourself to continue achievement. It does not matter how long it took you to reach this proud moment. What matters is you have accomplished the goals that you have set for yourself. Many of you have made the choice to continue your education here at Roane State Community College, and you find yourself here today at your graduation, surrounded by family and friends. If you plan on continuing your higher education, remember to get involved and make the most out of your college experience. If you plan on entering into the workforce upon graduation today, take pride in all that you have learned, both academically and professionally. Continue to push yourself and strive to become the person that you want to be. Dale Carnegie, an American writer and lecturer, said, "The person who goes furthest is generally the one who's willing to do and dare." This is a challenge that lies before you. Wherever life may take you, dare to be all that you can be. Dare to chase your chosen career and go the extra mile. Dare to persevere and be the best you can be, and then do it. Change will be inevitable. The next few days, weeks, and months will bring new horizons and changes that must be faced. But I have a strong feeling that we all will become successful in our chosen fields. As we begin to embark on our next journey in this new chapter of our lives, may we never forget the hard work, dedication, and determination that enabled us to get to this point, and we should all be proud of this moment. Hold true to yourself and continue to leave an indelible legacy of excellence and achievement for generations to come. I sincerely wish you all the best of luck in your chosen career fields. Thank you for this opportunity to speak before you today. Congratulations, class of 2013, on your remarkable accomplishments and future of great success.
Again, thank you very much, Michelle. We appreciate your words, and thank you also for being such an outstanding representative for Roane State Community College. At this time, Mrs. Catherine Rhodes, our Interim Chief Academic Officer, will present the student awards.
Thank you, Dr. Whaley. Well, it is indeed an honor to stand before you today and congratulate those students who are degree seeking, who have only attended Roane State and will graduate summa cum laude, having achieved a 4.0 college level GPA. Would all of the recipients please remain standing until all of the names are announced? Christopher Lynn Brown, Morgan Nicole Henry, Tanisha Dawn Key, Sujong Lee, Roger Lyles, Dakota Sheeling Massengale, Daniel Joseph Mijet, Taylor Shannon Naramore, Rhonda Gail Palmer, J. Jeanette Phillips, Mark E. Picarella, Wendy Renee Picarella, Corey Hunter Reed, Christopher David Sherrard, Benjamin Lewis Shirley. Congratulations to all of you.
I don't have to tell you what a remarkable accomplishment it is to go through very grueling coursework, very challenging coursework, and to come out at the end not only with a degree, but to do so with a perfect grade point average is truly quite remarkable. I'm now going to invite to the podium to present the Faculty Award our President of the Faculty Senate, Professor Pat Worth, so that she can recognize this year's Benroe Award winner.
Good morning, and as President of Faculty Senate, I bring you the congratulations of all the faculty. And there is the Benroe Award for Outstanding Faculty. Roane State's Benroe Award is named in memory of a former teacher and principal, Sarah Ellen Benroe. Ms. Benroe was a teacher and school principal in Ohio and encouraged her children and others around her to strive for excellence. The award includes a $1,000 cash prize and a trip to Hawaii to attend the Great Teachers Seminar. The award is sponsored by the Roane State Foundation. Edward C. Browder and Dr. and Mrs. John R. Sisk provided the initial endowment. Mrs. Sisk is Sarah Ellen Benroe's daughter. This recognition is made more prestigious by the fact that the winner is selected by his or her peers at the college. And I'm going to call the finalists to come up here in alphabetical order, please. 3 finalists that were selected for this award. The first is Casey Cobb. Casey Cobb became an assistant professor of history at Roane State in 2006. Roane State has offered him many avenues to pursue his talents over the ensuing years. He has organized a series of social and behavioral science forums beginning in 2008. He has also helped to found Roane State's impressive international education program by organizing and leading 4 history tours, primarily to Normandy, France. In 2011, Cobb and his students undertook the ambitious Grand Tour that visited 7 countries in 21 days. The Grand Tour students placed 646 Tennessee flags on the graves of the Tennessee World War II heroes. In 4 years, Cobb and his students have driven over 13,000 miles across Europe. I've lost my paper. Being a history professor at Roane State is his dream job, and he looks forward to many more years of service. In 2010, he married, as he said, the most beautiful woman in the world. He and his wife, Bobby, and son, Brock, live in Jacksboro. The next finalist is Leisha Hill. Leisha is a native of Roane County and currently resides in Rockwood. She is married and the mother of 2 sons and 1 daughter-in-law. She is currently a registered respiratory therapist by the National Board of Respiratory Care. Ms. Hill is an alumni of Roane State Community College Respiratory Therapy Program in 1981. She completed a BS degree in Applied Organizational Management from Tusculum College in 1991 and was employed at Methodist Medical Center in Oak Ridge for 15 years, where she gained clinical experience and served as the Director of Cardiopulmonary Services. She later became the hospital's Director of Education until 1997, when she accepted the respiratory therapy program at Roane State. And our third finalist is Dr. Ralph Monday. Dr. Mundy holds a BS in English Education from the University of Tennessee, an MA in English from the University of Tennessee, and a doctoral degree in higher education from North Central University in Prescott, Arizona. He began his career teaching middle school in Appalachia and then taught high school for a number of years in Georgia and Tennessee. He served as an adjunct at Roane State and Pellissippi Community Colleges, and a favorite saying of his is, "Education will not only change your life for the better, it will also change your children's lives." He has published a number of short stories, essays, and poetry over the years. His wife, Sandra, is an RN at Roane Medical Center. He has 2 sons, Logan and Landon. Logan lives and works in Nashville, and Landon will be a senior at UT this fall. Dr. Mundy and his wife, Sandra, live and work in Roane County. And this, okay. And this year's winner is Casey.
It is always very special for us to recognize our faculty members, students. You know this, it goes without saying, but it needs to be said to be reminded. You will not find a finer group of faculty members and teachers anywhere. I say that with all compassion and honesty, and I am proud to call each of them my colleagues. It is time. Mrs. Rhodes, please prepare the class of 2013 for graduation.
Well, this is the moment that all of you have been waiting for. Will the candidates for the associate degree or certificate please rise? President Whaley, these students have completed the requirements for the associate degree or certificate. On behalf of the faculty, it is my privilege to present them to you and ask that you confer upon them the appropriate degree.
Thank you very much. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents and the state of Tennessee, I hereby confer upon you, in each of your respective groups, the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science in Teaching, Associate of Applied Science degree, or the appropriate certificate with full privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Row by row now, we're going to ask you to come forward to receive your degrees.
Receiving the Associate of Science Award and also receiving the Associate Applied Science, Delbert Ernest Asher. Nicole Robinette Bunch, cum laude. Shalina Ray Cody. Jacob Tyler Conry. Carrie Robin Cottrell. Lauren Nicole Moore, cum laude. Patricia Elise Morgan, magna cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Science, Kevin Oakes Adwell. Kevin Altador. Chelsea Renee Austin. Joshua David Bankin, also receiving the Associate of Applied Science in General Technology, cum laude. Marquita Louise Berry. Tiffany Ann Bradford, cum laude. Eric S. Bradley, magna cum laude. Ethan Thomas Brown. Candace Felicia Bird. Stephen Edward Carlton, cum laude. Christopher Edward Carr. Rachel Nicole Childs, magna cum laude. Jason Lamont Crisco. Jordan Taylor Coffey. Lauren Elena Cooper. Dylan Thomas Coulter, magna cum laude. Rebecca Christine Courtney. Macy Diane Crane, cum laude. Kelly Cruz, summa cum laude, U.S. Navy. Michelle Renee Curran. Molly Frances Cussons. Wade Joseph Darnell, summa cum laude. Amber Elizabeth Dungan. Caitlin Christine Dunn, summa cum laude. Brianna Rose Dye, magna cum laude. Joshua David Edmonds. Hannah Lee Fairchild. Bailey Leanne Fobel. Parker Johnson Freeman. Blair Noel Goosey. Harvey Lee Gooch. Victoria Ajane Gowdy. Tritney G. Grail. Okay. Melissa Ann Guider. Brittany Ann Hagler. Dylan Ethan Hankins, cum laude. Amanda Elise Hanson. John Paul Harris. Carlos Adam Harrison. Kylie Ann Hawkins. Emily Shay Jenkins, cum laude. Amber Gail Curley. Rebecca Lee Kerr. Tanisha Dawn Key, summa cum laude. Amanda Dawn Kidwell. Elizabeth V. F. Conan, magna cum laude. Ashton Nicole Lane. Jenna Lee Langford. Timothy Charles Laws, Jr., magna cum laude.
Shusong Lee, summa cum laude. Patricia P. Luttrell. Maria Cecilia Maces. Bria Nicole McCamey, summa cum laude. Matthew Tyler Merchant, cum laude. Daniel Joseph Majay, summa cum laude. Ashley Rose Miller, also receiving Associate of Applied Science, General Technology, cum laude. Ashley Ruth Mitchell. Allison A. Montcalm, summa cum laude. Christopher Aaron Montcalm, magna cum laude. Which is this? Jonathan Andrew Moore, cum laude. Lola Deanne Morgan. Taylor Shannon Naramore, summa cum laude. Shudier Pal. Christine Marie Payne, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Pelly, magna cum laude. Cassie Marie Perkins, cum laude. Janet Marie Phillips. Corey Hunter Reed, summa cum laude. Jonathan Edward Roberts. Keith Andrew Rogers, member of U.S. Navy. Rachel Leanna Seaton, also receiving the Associate of Applied Science, Allied Health Science, summa cum laude. Rebecca Elizabeth Sharp, magna cum laude. Tyler Lee Thomas. I'm sorry. Valentino Sebastian Thomas. Carly Danielle Threet. William Thomas Wade. Latisha Denise Washburn. Lindsay Michael Watley. Craig H. Wicker. Jerry Chantel Williams. Lawrence Christopher Wise, summa cum laude. Haley Sue Yelton. Bernice Marie Young.
Receiving the Associate of Science in Teaching, Brittany Nicole Abston. Melissa Ann Akins. Brandy Louise Bowles. Jenna Elise Bullock. Dana Marie Crabtree, magna cum laude. Emily Caitlin Crabtree. Valerie Marie Dickens. Tabitha Renee Hatmaker. Michelle Alexa Herbert. Glenn Allen Hickman, magna cum laude. Brittany Nicole Humphreys. Pamela Lynn Jones, magna cum laude.
Come on!
Kevin Arthur Kling. Stephanie Nicole Lundy. Heather Danielle Matheson. Wendy Renee Picarella, summa cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Reynolds, magna cum laude. Cassandra Leanne Shufro. Tanya Renee Terry. Amy Thurman. Brooke Ashton Thursbury. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science, Business Management Technology, Meredith Glenn Attaway, magna cum laude. Cassandra May Brown, magna cum laude. Jonathan Patrick Carr, magna cum laude. Chelsea Lynn Green, also receiving Associate of Science in General Technology. Robert Edward Job, magna cum laude. Roger Lyles, also receiving the Certificate in Computer Science, summa cum laude. Jordan Patrick Moore, also receiving the Certificate in Computer Science. Michelle Ann Mounts, magna cum laude. Karen Marie Sloan. Haley Marie Stinnett, also receiving the Associate of Applied Science in General Technology. Olivia Jane Thomas. Deanna Wardley, magna cum laude. Sheila Faye York. Receiving the Associate of Science in Contemporary Management, Christopher Lynn Brown, summa cum laude. It's applied science. Amanda Carolyn Duncan. Adriana Espinoza, magna cum laude. Gail Lynn Howard. Terry Hall Jones, cum laude. Emily Ruth Kirkpatrick. Loretta Lynn Lovin. Clarence Mack McCaskill. Helen D. Mullinax, magna cum laude. Rhonda Gail Palmer, summa cum laude. Catherine Dare Paris. Samantha Courtney Peterson. Ross Rios. Maria N. Rios. Christopher David Sherrod, summa cum laude. Benjamin Reed Stovall. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice, Kimberly Suzanne Boer, magna cum laude. Derek Wade Bird. Bryant Eric Davis. Travis Kyle Irvin. Megan Renee Nicole Deheck, U.S. Air Force. Shelley Renee Godsey, also receiving the Certificate in Homeland Security, magna cum laude. Crystal Meredith Jenkins. Kevin Michael Merritt, U.S. Army. Paul E. Myers, summa cum laude. Amber Marie Presley. Michaela Ogle Stooksbury. Zachary Keith Stauffer Allen. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Amanda Hope Brooks. Virginia Danielle Gibson. Penny Lynn Holstein. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Environmental Health Technology, Cassandra Maxine Duncan. Tyler Brent Gwynn. Matthew Lee Keithley, cum laude. Erica Dawn McVeigh. I think I got it. Mark Edward Picarella, summa cum laude. Kelly Lee Robinette. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in General Technology, Brenda Dukes Brogan, cum laude. Kelly Parton Bullard. Marie J. Burnett, magna cum laude. Robert Avery Courier. Gotcha. Michelle Lynn Edwards, summa cum laude. Livia Frunza. Gabriel Chase Hampton. Dawn Michelle Ivy. Elizabeth Marie Kendall. Chelsea Morgan Keene, magna cum laude. Tabitha Ann Lopasser. Karen Ann McDonald. Shane Stewart McLeod. Tyler Herman Parody, magna cum laude. Misty Nicole Ratliff, magna cum laude. Danny R. Ross, magna cum laude, U.S. Army retired. William Brian Ward, cum laude. Magali Weaver, magna cum laude. Jeremy Edward Wright. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science and Geographic Information Systems, Shannon R. Mann, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science and Paralegal Studies, Lisa Leanne Bryson. Autumn Rebecca Muncie. Anne Renee Traylor, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Information Technology, Candace Elise Mack, cum laude. Trissa Marie Tomfor, cum laude. Receiving certificates in early childhood education, Dorothy R. Cunningham. Princess Lavette Sampson. Receiving certificates in Geographic Information Systems, Frances Renee Crow.
Special recognition certificates from International Education, Chongqing Cho, South Korea. Nam, South Korea. Sarah Michaud, Belgium. Jonas Nicolaisen, Denmark. Dennis Volmar, Switzerland. Artemi Ukraine. Yongjangcho, South Korea.
We need to make one addition to our Perfect 4.0 list. Would Rachel Leanne Seaton please rise? We apologize for that and appreciate that has been brought to our attention. Outstanding job. Many congratulations to you. Now officially, would the audience please join me in congratulating the class of 2013. All right, now, we cannot end this morning without recognizing that each and every student has achieved a significant milestone in their lives, but as with any accomplishment, they have not done this alone. I expect that none of the graduates here who received their degrees or certificates did so without the support of family and friends. So, if you in the audience have played any role as a family member or a friend, if you've offered any word of encouragement, helped in any way to make it possible for these students to become our graduating class of 2013, would you please stand, and graduates, would you join me in thanking all of them for their support during this time? Thank you very much. And we have recognized our faculty, and I think it's appropriate once again to realize and recognize that our faculty have challenged our graduates and have certainly made it possible for them to learn and expand their educational horizons. So graduates, would you join me in thanking these faculty members who have imparted wisdom and encouragement throughout your time at Roane State? Would you join me in thanking our faculty, graduates? I'd like again to thank our faculty and staff who have worked so diligently to make this morning possible, including the graduation committee, which is so ably chaired by Mr. Robert Benson, standing in the back there, our Director of Library Services. Would you join me in thanking Robert and our committee? Outstanding job. We congratulate our graduates, and it's my honor now to say, as graduates, you may move your tassels to the left. This concludes the graduation ceremony. I would ask you to please stand as the graduation party, the faculty, and the graduates exit the floor. And I would like to remind you, we do have refreshments and a reception that will be available in the student lounge, which is in the bottom floor of the Dunbar building, which is just adjacent to us. Thank you so much.